Ladies and gentlemen, life often feels like a puzzle scattered into 1,000 pieces, and we wonder why we feel stuck, lost, or overwhelmed. The truth is, we are not lacking talent, strength, or even opportunities. What we often lack is organization. When life is cluttered, clarity disappears. When our days are unmanaged, our dreams stay unfulfilled. The beauty of organizing your life is that it does not just make your surroundings neat, it reshapes your mind, your energy, and your destiny. If you truly want to rise above the chaos, you must push yourself to bring order where there is disorder. Because organization is not about control, it is about freedom. Today, I want to share with you 5 powerful strategies that will help you push yourself to organize your life and in turn, unlock a future you never imagined possible. Number 1, clear your space, clear your mind. There is a hidden weight in every pile of clutter you keep around you, and it quietly presses down on your spirit. When your environment is messy, your mind cannot focus because chaos outside mirrors chaos within. You might feel restless, drained, or anxious without knowing the reason, and often that reason is the disorder around you. Clutter whispers distractions to your mind, constantly reminding you of undone tasks and incomplete responsibilities, making peace feel distant. This is why clearing your physical space is not just a task of cleanliness, it is a practice of mental freedom. When you intentionally begin organizing your surroundings, you notice a profound shift. The simple act of putting things in their rightful place clears a path not only in your home, but also in your thoughts. Suddenly, your breathing feels deeper, your energy flows more easily, and your focus sharpens. You no longer carry the weight of mess in your vision, and your mind gains the silence it has been craving. A clean desk is not just about aesthetics, it is an invitation for clarity, creativity, and productivity to step forward into your life. This process is not about perfection, but about alignment. When you align your environment, you begin aligning your inner self. Imagine walking into a room where everything is in order. The calm you feel is your soul recognizing structure. That calm is not random, it is a reflection of harmony. When things outside are placed correctly, your mind learns the discipline of order. And that discipline begins shaping how you think, how you plan, and how you execute your goals. Even the smallest steps matter. Making your bed in the morning, arranging your books neatly, or decluttering a shelf are not minor chores, they are silent affirmations that you respect yourself enough to create peace around you. Every time you do this, you are telling your subconscious mind that it deserves a fresh start. The external order slowly becomes an internal habit, teaching you patience, self-control, and responsibility. That is why small acts of organization eventually lead to great changes in character and vision. As you continue this journey, you will realize that clearing your space is not only about removing objects, but also about making space for energy to move. Energy does not flow in places of chaos, it flows where there is room to breathe. When you live in an organized environment, opportunities feel closer, solutions seem clearer, and hope feels stronger. Your space stops pulling you down and starts lifting you up. You create an atmosphere where growth feels natural and peace feels possible. Ultimately, decluttering and organizing your surroundings becomes an act of self-respect. It becomes a daily reminder that you are worthy of balance, that your dreams deserve a stage free of distractions, and that your mind deserves the clarity to imagine and build. When you clear your space, you are not just tidying a room, you are cleansing your soul. You are preparing yourself for new beginnings, fresh ideas, and renewed strength. Because when your outer world is in order, your inner world finally finds its breath again. Number 2, manage your time before it manages you. Time is the most precious currency you will ever own, and yet it is the one resource most often taken for granted. We move through our days as though tomorrow is promised, filling our hours with distractions, wasting energy on things that do not matter. But the truth is, once a moment passes, it will never return. Time, unlike money, cannot be earned back. If you do not take charge of your hours, they will quietly slip away, leaving behind regret instead of results. When you begin to organize your time, life transforms from a blur into a masterpiece. A planned day does not restrict your freedom, it expands it. It allows you to live with direction instead of drifting aimlessly. By scheduling what matters most, you give your mind a map to follow, and that map helps you move closer to your goals. Suddenly, instead of wondering where the day went, you can see exactly what you created, achieved, and built with purpose. Managing time is not about filling every moment with endless tasks. It is about prioritizing. It is choosing what deserves your energy and courageously saying no to what does not. When you prioritize wisely, your day stops being a list of rushed actions and starts becoming a collection of meaningful steps. Each decision becomes intentional. Each task becomes part of a bigger vision, and each moment feels valuable. This is how you start shifting from living in chaos to living with clarity. Think of the peace that comes with knowing your hours are aligned with your values. Imagine waking up and already having a structure to guide you through the noise of life. That structure becomes your shield against distractions, keeping you focused when the world tries to pull you in 100 directions. It is not about rigidity, but about purpose, because purpose is what gives life direction and weight. Without time management, even the greatest dreams dissolve into nothingness. The truth is, when you manage your time, you are not just organizing hours, you are shaping your character. You are proving to yourself that your goals matter enough to be given priority. Every appointment kept, every deadline met, and every plan executed strengthens your discipline. Discipline, in turn, strengthens your confidence. And confidence is what pushes you to achieve even more. This cycle builds a life of progress, 1 hour at a time. So push yourself to guard your time like treasure. Do not allow procrastination, distractions, or excuses to steal it from you. Write your plans, honor your commitments, and invest your energy into what fuels your growth. Because time is not just a measure of minutes, it is a measure of life. And when you manage your time with clarity, you manage your destiny with strength. Number 3, build routines. That shape your destiny. Chaos always finds a home where there are no systems. Without routines, you drift through life reacting to whatever comes instead of creating what you desire. A routine is more than a habit, it is a framework that gives stability to your soul. It provides anchors that keep you grounded, even when storms shake your world. Routines do not take away freedom. They protect your energy and preserve your vision. Morning routines, for example, set the rhythm for the entire day. The way you start your morning decides the flow of your hours ahead. If you wake up and immediately dive into distractions, your day begins scattered and restless. But if you rise with intention, taking time to reflect, write, move, or plan, you send a message to your mind that you are in control. That quiet strength at the beginning of the day becomes a compass for everything that follows. Routines also save you from the exhaustion of decision fatigue. When you have habits in place, you do not waste energy deciding what to do next. You simply act because it has already been built into your lifestyle. That simplicity is powerful. It leaves your mind free to focus on growth, on ideas, on creativity, and over time, those simple routines shape your character and ultimately your destiny. Consistency is the secret hidden in routines. Anyone can do something once, but greatness is built by doing it every day, even when motivation fades. The world's most successful people are not always the most talented, but they are often the most consistent. They show up daily, follow their systems, and let time multiply their efforts. Routines may look ordinary, but they quietly build extraordinary results. And routines are not just for productivity, they are for peace too. A nightly routine, for instance, tells your body and mind that it is safe to rest. It closes the chapter of the day, allowing you to release stress and prepare for a new beginning. In a world that constantly demands your attention, routines give you moments to pause, to breathe, to reflect. They bring order to chaos and harmony to noise. So push yourself to design routines that align with your vision. Let them be rituals that nurture your soul and guide your growth. With time, you will realize that these small, repeated actions are building the strongest foundation for your future. Because routines are not just habits, they are the silent architects of destiny. Number 4, declutter not just things, but people and energy. Sometimes, the heaviest clutter is not found on your desk or in your closet. It is found in your heart. It is the people who drain your spirit, the conversations that weigh you down, and the commitments that leave you exhausted. You can clean your home endlessly, but if your relationships and energies are cluttered, peace will still feel out of reach. Organizing your life means more than tidying spaces. It means decluttering your circles and your commitments too. There are people who inspire you, and there are people who constantly demand from you without giving back. There are relationships that water your growth, and others that poison your progress. The courage to declutter relationships is not cruelty, it is wisdom. You are not meant to carry everyone with you on your journey. Some were only meant to be lessons, not lifelong companions. Protecting your peace requires making those difficult choices. Commitments can clutter your soul too. Saying yes to everything leaves you drained and resentful. It fills your calendar but empties your energy. When you begin to say no to what does not serve your growth, you create space for what does. Organizing your life means being intentional about where your time, energy, and love are invested. It is about refusing to live weighed down by obligations that do not align with your values. Even the environments you choose can carry clutter. Being in places that drain your joy or feed negativity slowly steals your spirit. Conversations filled with gossip, criticism, or constant complaining add noise to your mind. Decluttering your life requires stepping away from such spaces and creating distance from such energies. Because your mental and emotional peace deserve the same care you give to your physical space. The beauty of decluttering is that it always creates room for more. When you release toxic connections, you make space for meaningful ones. When you remove draining commitments, you open the door to fulfilling opportunities. The empty spaces that are left are not losses, they are invitations for growth, for love, for peace. What feels like letting go is actually choosing to rise. So push yourself to organize not just your belongings, but your boundaries. Let go of the clutter that keeps you small. Surround yourself with people and places that lift you higher, because your future cannot grow in a garden full of weeds. Declutter your heart, filter your circle, and protect your energy fiercely, because your peace is the foundation of your progress. Number 5, organize your mind with clarity and purpose. The most powerful form of organization begins in the mind. You can have a clean room and a tidy schedule, but if your thoughts are scattered, your life will still feel chaotic. A cluttered mind creates confusion, procrastination, and doubt. But a clear mind creates focus, confidence, and direction. This is why mental organization is the cornerstone of true growth. Clarity is what transforms scattered energy into powerful action. When you know what you want, why you want it, and how you will work toward it, your life becomes meaningful. Without clarity, every task feels heavy, every choice feels confusing, and every challenge feels unbearable. But with clarity, even the hardest work feels purposeful, and even the toughest obstacles feel worth enduring. Organizing your mind begins with reflection. It requires taking time away from the noise of the world to ask yourself the right questions. What do I value most? What goals do I want to achieve? What distractions must I release? Writing down these thoughts, journaling your dreams, and structuring your priorities bring order to the chaos inside. Suddenly, your path becomes visible, and the fog begins to lift. When your mind is organized, distractions lose their power. You no longer waste energy on things that do not matter. Your focus sharpens, your confidence rises, and your actions align with your vision. You begin to walk with intention instead of wandering aimlessly. Each day feels connected to a greater purpose, and each choice feels like a step toward your dreams. This mental order also shapes how you see yourself. An organized mind knows its identity. It knows its strengths, its values, and its dreams. That knowledge becomes armor against doubt, negativity, and fear. It becomes a compass that guides you through uncertainty and reminds you who you are becoming, even when life feels overwhelming. So push yourself to cultivate mental clarity. Take time to reflect, to plan, to write, and to simplify your thoughts. Do not let your dreams drown in the noise of a cluttered mind. When you organize your inner world, your outer world naturally follows. And when both align, you discover the true strength of living with purpose and direction. At the end of the day, when you push yourself to organize your life, you are not simply arranging things, you are rebuilding your foundation. You are clearing space for peace, creating order for focus, and designing structure for growth. Each small act of organization, whether in your space, your time, your routines, your relationships, or your mind, is a step toward freedom. Freedom from chaos, freedom from confusion, and freedom from living reactively. Organization is not about being perfect. It is about choosing clarity over noise, balance over chaos, and purpose over distractions. Life becomes lighter when you live with intention. You begin to notice that energy flows more easily, creativity rises naturally, and peace finds a home in your heart. By organizing your surroundings, you teach your mind calmness. By organizing your time, you teach yourself discipline. By organizing your routines, you anchor your destiny. By organizing your relationships, you guard your peace. And by organizing your mind, you align your life with clarity and vision. This is not just about tidying, it is about transforming. Because when you push yourself to organize your life, you are not just cleaning your present, you are creating your future.